Look, you want to know the truth from someone who's been trading these markets every single day for the last 7 or 8 years? Everyone and everything is lying to you. The markets, the indicators, the influencers, even your own brain. And the truth is, most of you are never going to figure it out until it's too late. You've seen it. YouTubers with neon thumbnails, 100x this, don't miss this. Discord, Twitter screenshots of probably Photoshop P&Ls. They tell you to trust the signals. They tell you to follow the hype. They tell you that this is the system of a lifetime. Make $1,000 before breakfast. But what they don't tell you is that you're the liquidity. You are the exit plan. You're the one they're feeding on. And here's the part they'll never say out loud. The game is rigged. Every single day, billions move from the impatient to the disciplined. And if you don't understand how the lies work, you're going to be on the wrong side of the trade. By the end of this video, I hope you'll at least understand exactly how the game is rigged and finally make the decision to stop being exit liquidity. The market lies. Look at this. Price rips up, breaks a key level, retail piles in, and then slam, instantly reverses, stops are wiped, accounts are wrecked, and this isn't random. This is the market lying to you. That was Bitcoin. Look at Papa Forex here, the euro to the US dollar, right? Breaks a key level, retail piles in, slam. S&P 500 breaks a key level, retail piles in, and slam, wrecked, stops, accounts wrecked. Whales, these market makers, if you want to call them that, they don't FOMO into candles like retail. They engineer the traps. They trick you into thinking that the volume and momentum is real. And then the second you bite, boom, money shot all over your face. So all those breakout candles that you thought was the start of a trend, it was bait. They wanted your stop, your liquidity, and your entry order. And once they have it, they then have the fuel to move price the other way. Here's what no one tells you. Most support and resistance levels do not break. They hold. That's what it means to be support and resistance over and over again. Data actually suggests that support and resistance levels bounce about 70% of the time, depending on the asset. Some are a little more, some are a little less. But what this means is more often than not, these levels hold rather than break. So you got to inverse think the shit out of this. Think about it for a second. The lie the market sells you is that every breakout is an opportunity. Every green candle through resistance is the one. But statistically, roughly 70% of the time, these levels hold. That means most breakouts are traps. Retail traders chase these moves because they're conditioned to think this is it. This is the moonshot. But whales, they don't chase. They set the trap. They know if they pump price just past resistance, you're going to flood in. And that gives them the liquidity they need to load up or unload. And here's the truth. If you can't recognize these lies, you are trading blind. Every fake breakout, every engineered sweep, every stop hunt is a test. If you don't know what's happening, you're going to continue to pay tuition over and over again. You got to remember, big players, unlike me and you, can't just hit buy and sell. Good luck trying to fill a $200 million order, let alone a $50 million order. They don't care about your fib levels. They don't care about your order blocks, your fair value gaps, your moon cycles, any of that shit. All they care about is filling their orders, and they need liquidity in order to fill orders. That is what the real smart money cares about. Look at this move. Take out the low, gets gobbled up, seemingly by retail. They bring it up. Oh my God, we're going to break out. We're all going to get rich. And then boom, they dump it on your head. They just grab liquidity. You're seeing bait. They're baiting you. They're getting you to act because they know that when retail sees green, they pile in. So they're going to say, thank you for those orders. We're going to keep on running it. So to round out this section, right? Remember, the markets lie. Whales do not care about your trend line. They don't care about your indicator. They care about one thing, and that's liquidity. Where are the stops? Where is the herd going to FOMO in? That's the fuel they use to move billions without leaving footprints. If you don't understand that, I'm telling you right now, you'll never see the game that they're actually playing. Let's talk about indicators for a second. Every indicator lies to you because they lag. Look at this. RSI says Bitcoin is super oversold. Bitcoin continues to dump. Look at gold here. Just take this as an example. Oversold. I better load up a bunch of longs, and it continues to dump. Or look at MACD, right? Bullish cross on the MACD at the absolute top. This is the lie of indicators. They make you feel like you're predicting the future, But all they're really doing is describing the past. Indicators confirm, they don't predict. And that's why the foundation is naked price, volume, and time. Strip it clean. Strip it back to raw data because that's where the truth is. Look, when I trade, I'm not staring at a rainbow of indicators. I'm looking for 4 confirmations. Simple: price, volume, momentum, and time. If all 4 align, it's an A+ setup for me. If even one is missing, then it's just noise. And here's the reality. If an indicator was all you needed, everyone would be rich. But 90% of traders still lose money. Why? Because they're chasing lies instead of learning how to see the truth in a chart. Now, the most controversial one of all, influencers, almost all of them are lying to you. The gurus, the moon boys, the get-rich-quick clowns that are plastered all over your feed, they don't trade for a living. They sell hype. They're selling a dream. And this is the hardest pill to swallow for people because it would prove that most of the people they look up to aren't traders, they're marketers. And it's a huge blow to your ego. So you continue to lie to yourselves. We'll get into that in the next section. It would prove that people screaming 100x coin or selling secret indicators don't make their money from trading. They make it from you, from your clicks, from your subscriptions, from their $2,000 course, from your desperation to find a shortcut. And look, these guys get exposed over and over and over again. And that's the brutal truth, because if you accept it, then you accept that there's no magic key coming to save you. No guru is going to hand you the secret. No influencer is going to give you the one trade that changes your life. It would prove that the only way forward is the one most people don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that it's skill, it's journaling, it's process, it's discipline, it's consistency. It doesn't get clicks. I don't have a Lambo behind me. That's why most traders keep chasing the lie, because if they admit the truth, they also have to admit that the hard work is the only path. They scream about the next 100x coin, right? The secret indicator, the pump and dump Telegram groups. And they're not doing it because it worked. They're doing it because hype sells. Look at the fine print, right? Sponsorships, paid promos, $2,000 course. They don't care if you lose money chasing their calls because they get paid either way. Here's the truth. Real traders don't sell shortcuts. I sure as fuck don't. There's no secret button, no magic indicator, no holy grail signal. The only thing that works is skill, process, and discipline. And that doesn't fit into a clickbait thumbnail. That's why inside of our community, we don't do cut edits and cherry pick screenshots. I trade live with the group every single day in Discord. Every single day, 4, 5, 6 hours. Real time, raw, wins, losses, all of it. Because trading isn't about selling a dream. It's about executing in the moment. And if someone has to sell you the dream, it's because they don't actually live it. And look, your brain is public enemy number 1. On the battlefield of trading, ego is what gets you killed. It got me killed, man. All this stuff that I'm talking about was me 7, 8 years ago. Your brain thinks you're smarter than the market, that you figured it out. This one's the big win. That's not the truth. That's ego begging to be fed. And the second I listened to it, I was already dead. That's why I took probably a lot longer than I would like to admit to become profitable. That's why you fall for influencer bullshit, because ego wants shortcuts. Ego wants the magic signal, the secret system, the secret indicator, that quick million. And your brain whispers, if he did it, so can you. But here's the truth. If someone's selling you the dream, it's because they don't live it. FOMO is ego. Your brain screams, if you don't get in now, you'll miss everything. The reality is, you're running right into enemy fire. You're just providing liquidity for someone else's exit. How about revenge trading? Is that ego? This next one will make it back? The reality is you're walking back onto the battlefield unarmed, hoping luck saves you. And luck doesn't save anyone in this market. Your brain wants to overcomplicate trading, adding more indicators, more noise, more excuses, anything to avoid admitting the truth. It's not the market that's beating you. It's you. In the jungle, panic gets you eaten alive. In trading, ego does the same thing. You can't trust your feelings in the heat of battle. You can only trust your process. Price, volume, momentum, time. That's your weapon, your armor, and your survival kit. That's why you need discipline drills, pattern interruption, walk away, reset, check the checklist before you fire another shot. Because out here, the battlefield doesn't forgive mistakes. Your brain is lying to you, and if you don't kill the lies kill you. This is what no one tells you. And now you know the truth. And if you don't know it now, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years from now, you're going to know it. Either you're going to listen or the market's going to teach you. The market lies, indicators lie, influencers lie, and the hardest part is our own brain lies to us. But price, volume, momentum, time, they don't lie. And that's the choice right in front of you. You can keep chasing the noise, keep feeding your ego, keep being exit liquidity for someone else's trade, or strip it all back and finally see the game for what it is. Here's the question you need to ask yourself when you look in the mirror tonight. Are you trading to feed your ego, or are you trading to build your freedom? Because one path ends with excuses and the other ends with results. I had to have that conversation with myself. And look, the truth is simple, but it isn't easy. You need discipline, you need process, you need time in the market. You need to stop listening to the lies and start trading the truth. That's what we do every single day inside Tactical Edge. If you're ready to stop being lied to and finally ready to start seeing the market for what it really is, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, come join us.